Hello everyone, Carolyn here and welcome to today's tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you the Garden Tiger Bracelet, and this bracelet was designed by the_illuminator on Instagram. And for today you will need a 7-pin bar set up like this. So your 4th pin bar is going to be your bottommost row, and then you're going to go up a stagger step. Next pin next to that is aligned, and then a staggered step up on both sides. Alright. And on this design I only used 5 colors. I'll be repeating that using 5. You can use 6 for each band placement step. And I'll show you in this rendition the band placements. So I'm fisting to get ready to lay the border. So drop 2 on there. And that's the purple jelly in this one. Okay, so you're simply going to just work your way around. If you're making a full wrap bracelet, I did 21 on my last one, and it fits it pretty well, but I like them a little on the tight side, so I'll shrink that number down a little bit. But for your average wrist, I'd say 21 is going to work fine. So you just work your way out to the edge on both sides. Ooh, lots of bands just going everywhere, and then just work your way up. Do a few on each side with you, then I want to leave you and finish up, and then I'll come back and show you how to close. Again, just going up the sides. Alright, and I'm going to leave you here because that's fairly simple, and I'll jump back in and show you how to close it, and then we'll move on to our next step. Be right back. Alright everybody, so I've made it to the top of my loom, and to close it off, what we're going to do is on the left side we're going to go up at an angle, and then across, and then up at another angle, pushing those bands down. And then we're going to repeat the same thing, just mirror image on the opposite side. So you're going to go up at an angle, and then across, and then one more to go up at an angle. Alright, and so now we are ready for our next band placement step. Let me get back on screen and get ready for our next one. Just give me 1 second. Okay. And so for our next step, it's going to be the neon yellow jellies that you see right there going up the side. And I'm going to be using the dual layer avocado. And what you're going to do is create a zigzag on the first and second peg, working your way all the way up the loom, just creating a zigzag. Okay. That's what you do on that side, and then on this side you're going to be working with the 6th and 7th pin bar and just create a zigzag going, oh, lay right, get on there, do the zigzag all the way up these 2 pin bars. Okay, one more with you, and then I'm going to leave you because that's a pretty easy step. So just continue the zigzags all the way to the top, and I'll be right back with our next step. Alright everybody, I'm back, and so we just completed the step for the yellow. And I did forget to mention that this is the signature side, and because of the looming roaches pullover technique that we use along this side, the top side is going to be your signature side. So if you are adding bling, you need to wait till you start looming. Okay, all that being said, time for our next band placement step, which in this bracelet is the green jelly that you see going along the sides right there. Okay, I'm going to be using white, and what you're simply going to do is across the 2nd and 3rd peg, just take a single band, if I can get just one, and loop a horizontal band, or place a horizontal band all the way up that side, and then again with the 6th and the 7th, repeat the same thing, mirror image, dropping them everywhere. So just complete that up the loom all the way. Okay, and I'll be right back as soon as I'm done. Alright everybody, and I'm back, and so we're ready for our next band placement step. In this bracelet, it is the turquoise blue jellies that you see right there, or the turquoise jellies right there. Alright, I'm going to be using octopus today, and what we're going to be doing is working with the 2nd and 3rd pin bar and the 5th and 6th pin bars. And what you want to start off by doing is on the 2nd, go up at an angle to the 3rd, cross that, and then just repeat that the rest of the way up the loom. So to the left first, and then come back into the right. Okay, and then on the right hand side, what we're going to do is start by going to the right first, and then crossing to the left, so to the right, and to the left, again to the right at an angle, up an angle to the left. Okay, so just mirror the image. On this side, you're going to go to the left first, this side you're going to go to the right. So just whatever side you're on, remember to go to that side first. Okay, so continue this the rest of the way up the loom, and I'll be right back with our next step. Alright everybody, I'm back, and we're ready for our next band placement step, which is, in this one, is the neon pink. Alright, and we're going to be working with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th pin bars. First side, we're going to do the left, and we're going to just place a simple, get on there right, we're not starting this off badly, simple zigzag, sorry, all the way up the left side first. I'm just going to go up a few on each side with you just so you can get the hang of it. And when I was jibber jabbering on the last section, I said if you're on the left, you're going to go left, if you're on the right, you're going to go right, and mix that up. It's if you're on the left, you're going to go right, and if you're on the right, you're going to go left. But I hope you continued the way I showed you. That was correct. So anyway, I'm jibber jabbering again. So continue the zigzag up the middle on the 3rd and the 4th, and come back to the 4th and the 5th, and complete the same thing all the way up the loom. Okay, and then our next step is going to be a single chain all the way up the middle, but I'll jump back in to show you just in case you're new and you don't know what I'm talking about. So I'll be right back. Alright everybody, so for our next band placement step, it is going to be the purple jelly that you see going down the center. If I maybe pull it a little bit more, there you go. That's the next band placement step. I'm going to be using the chocolate cupcake, and you just place a single chain all the way up the 4th pin bar. Easy peasy. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you go off screen to finish this up, and when we get back, we'll place our capping band and start looming. Be right back. Alright everybody, so I've gotten my loom turned around. We're fixing to place our capping band right here on our 4th pin bar, centermost pin bar, however you want to look at it. I like placing a triple cap. Alright, grab your hook, and now we're ready to start looming. So what you want to do is we're going to go into this single chain and just loom everything forward all the way up. Just straight up, easy peasy. Okay, so continue that the rest of the way up, and then I'll jump right back in to show you our next step. Be right back. Alright everybody, so I hope your loom looks like that with the single chain all the way to the top. And so now we're ready for our next looming step. What we're going to do is go into the cap band and pull these two most perimeter bands out to their corresponding home post. And then we're going to go all the way up the left side first and simply loom the zigzag back to their corresponding home post, creating that zigzag pattern from one side to the other, all the way up the left. Do a few more with you, and then I'm going to show you how to do the right, and then I'm going to go off and finish those up and come back when we're ready to move on to our next one. So this is the last one for this side. Alright, so continue that all the way up, and then same thing for the opposite side. Just go into that outermost pin bar and then work the zigzag all the way up the loom. I get on there. all the way up on both sides. Okay, so just continue that all the way up. I'm gonna go off, finish that up, and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, so I hope your loom looks like this all the way to the top. Now we're ready for our next looming step. We're going to be working with the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th pin bars. But what we want to do first is go into the 3rd and grab your bottom X band and loop them to itself, and then go in and pull that perimeter over to the next side, and then go ahead and pull that X up to itself. And I like to go ahead and just finish off the perimeter to there. And then what we're going to do is go up the left side, pulling the bottommost band every time. So first we go in and grab that one and pull it up, and then you can pull the opposite one up, and then you're going to go into the same pin bar that you were just pulling from initially and pull that horizontal band off to the side. Okay, again from the bottommost band back to itself, and then the horizontal band. Bottommost band to the left, then back to the right, and then the horizontal band. One more on this side, and then I'm going to show you the other side, and then I'm going to go off and finish it up. So bottommost band, and horizontal. Now that's option 1 to loom it. Option 2 is what you can do. Let's go ahead and get this one started first. We're going to loop our bottommost band back to its home post, loop the perimeter, and then loop the next band, and then loop the perimeter out again just to close that up to that point. And now again with the bottommost band, going in and grabbing it and bringing it back to itself. Now what I did on one side up the first time I did this design was I did it like this over here, how I just showed you how to loom it. On the opposite side, I did the exact opposite, and I did find it easier just to loom all the X's all the way up, and then on the way back down just loop the horizontal band over. But it's whatever your preference, whatever's easier for you to remember to loop that horizontal band, because it's very important. If you don't, it won't sit right. It'll fall right off. Okay, so I'm going to continue that all the way up the loom, remembering to pull back the horizontal band if you're doing it this way on your way back down. Okay, so I'll meet you back in just a second for our next step. Alright everybody, I hope your loom looks like this. Ooh, sorry. All the way to the top. The stabilizer's got snug up on my tripod. Okay, for our next step we're going to be working with the 2nd and the 6th pin bar, and the reason I turned it to the side because this is Looming Roach's step that I referred to earlier, and we're going to be pulling the bands over the peg. What we're going to do is grab the 2 bottommost bands. They should be 2 separate colors. One should be the white from the horizontal, and then the other one, and mine is the octopus from the X's. Okay, so up and over for the bottommost 2, all the way up. That's why I said it was very important to make sure you got the horizontal band, or else it would just kind of like fall off because of this technique that we're doing. So again, just grab the 2 most bottom bands up and over on each side, and I'll show you a few on this side as well. 2 bottommost bands up and over, and just kind of push them down as you go. That way you know the other 2 don't go flying off, because they did on my first rendition and it was hard to catch everything. Okay, so just continue pulling the bottommost 2, the white and the whatever corresponding colors you're using. Mine's octopus. Okay, all the way up. As soon as I finish that, I'll be right back for our next step. Alright everybody, and I hope your loom looks like this, pulling those 2 bottommost bands up and over. And so now we're ready for our next looming step. We're going to be working with the 1st and the 2nd and the 6th and the 7th pin bars. what we're going to do is just go in and grab your zigzag, corresponding color, whatever you used, and loop a zigzag all the way up the loom. Okay, and for those of you who are going to skip ahead, please hold off on looping the perimeter because there's a special up and over technique that we're going to be doing. So just give me a few seconds. Let me finish this up, and then I will do the opposite side for you, and then we'll be back to show you the next step. So again, looping the zigzag for the opposite side, doing the same thing, just looming, get on there, the zigzag back to their corresponding home peg. Easy peasy. Okay. And then now that I got enough, I'll go ahead and show you for those that want to skip ahead on the perimeter. So what you do is just loop one up and grab that bottommost band that you just loomed off of the zigzag, lift it up and over, and then loom up again, and then up and over, and then loom up again. Okay, so I'm gonna go off, finish the zigzags, and I'll be back to show you the some more of this stitch right here, just in case you're confused. But I'm gonna finish the zigzags first, so I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I'm back, and I've got my zigzags loomed all the way to the top. And for those who was still wondering about the perimeter technique, the last step that I left on was looming one up. So now we're going to reach in, grab that bottommost band, and lift it up and over, and then loom the perimeter, and then again up and over, perimeter, up and over, and then the perimeter. Alright, last time on that side, and I'll jump over here and show you on this side. So you want to loom up the perimeter, grab the bottommost zigzag band, pull it up and over, then for the zigzag, the perimeter, and then if I can grab it, up and over the zigzag, perimeter, zigzag, perimeter, zigzag, perimeter. Alright, last time guys, pull the zigzag up and over, release, pull the perimeter up. Alright, continue that the rest of the way up the loom, and then I'll show you how to close in just a second. Be right back. Alright everybody, so I've made it to the top of my loom, and to close it off, what we're going to do is just go in and grab that perimeter band, loop them back to their corresponding home post. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Go in, grab the perimeter bands, and loop them back to their corresponding home post all the way around. And then you're going to go in and grab the two that we dropped earlier, pull them up and around, and then add your C-clip, and then take it off of the loom. Get on there. Yes. Okay, and what I do is I just go up both sides all the way up, and then do that again on this side all the way to the top, and then just work your way in. Okay, I'm gonna go off, finish this up, and then I'll be back to show you our final bracelet. Be right back. Alright everybody, I'm back, and I have our bracelet off of the loom. And again, this is the Garden Tiger Bracelet, and this bracelet was designed by the_Luminator on Instagram. And I hope you like this design as much as I do. And if you like today's tutorial, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe by hitting the little red button below. Also, please give the_Luminator a follow, and me as well on Instagram if you're an Instagram user. Alright, and I think that's it for today. Thanks so much guys. Loom on. Bye bye.